So, I pretty much discussed in one of my previous videos that in between the videos of me, like, recording me singing and recording my progress, I would talk about certain situations I'm faced with. I've been faced with multiple situations since I made that video, and this is one of the hard hitters. So I'm going to tell you what happened. So pretty much, wanted to be a grown up and decided to talk to a friend. Braces, I'm sorry. Talk to a friend about moving in together. She was getting a place. She was a good friend. I'm thinking everything's gonna be cool, like perfect. We're both working. I can get away from my mother, get away from my family. Pal. Oh hell no! Is that me or you?
That's me.
Thanks, Herb. Gosh. Okay. So back to the story. Y'all don't understand. This is like the 20th video I've made, and he's interrupted every last one of them. So I'm just gonna keep going. So, I'm discussing, the move in, everything, whatever. Got my stuff moved in, but at the time, I had got a new job and working killer hours, like 40-some hours a week. So, and she lives like on the opposite side of town from my work. Luckily and sadly, my grandparents' house is closer, so I would stay over. I've been staying over here predominantly. Like, I've probably been at her place probably like 3 times. Spent the night probably like twice. So, all my stuff was over there though. So we were talking, and we talked some weeks ago, and she was just like, "What's going on?" I'm like, "Well, I'm killing that. We're trying to get the supervisor position, blah blah blah, whatever the case may be. Just really trying to get everything situated. And right now, for the hours I'm working, it's more comfortable for me to stay at my grandparents' house. Thinking, we're negotiating the living arrangements. I still kind of wanted my stuff over there because you can't have things anymore. Like, people, let alone family members, their friends will take any and everything. So I kind of felt secure with my stuff being over there with her because nobody would be over there. But whatever the case. So she texts me some weeks later after we talk about me staying at my grandparents' house, which is where I'm at now. And she texts me telling me how much the bills are, telling me my half of the bills. So I look at the text message and I'm like, I'm not going to reply to this yet. I'm going to call my sister, because sometimes, when you hit with a situation, your first instinct is to go off what the case may be. But sometimes I call like my sister or my mother or somebody just to make sure that my reaction will be legit, like I'm in the right. I already knew I was in the right, just needed somebody to hear it. So I'm talking to everybody like, no, you didn't stay there, blah, 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 whatever the case may be. So when I texted her and told her that, I left her a voicemail, and I was like, I could give you like $100. I mean, that's much more than what any storage place would charge me for holding my stuff. So I could give you that. You was holding my stuff. And she was like, if this was a real, oh yeah, she was like, she understands my work and living arrangements, but I'm still responsible for my half of the bills. Water, all that stuff, all the stuff I don't use at her place, I had to pay her for. She was telling me I had to pay her for. So I'm talking to everybody like, no, don't pay her, blah, blah, blah. And I'm just trying to think, how trifling can you be? Like, I'm letting her know, I got student loan. I'm trying to, make payments on that. I'm trying to do things, trying to, and, right there, that was killing me. I'm like, let's be considerate. I would never do that to nobody, like, honestly. Like, nobody. Stop. What are you doing? What are you doing? Shut up! I'm trying to, but you're interrupting me. Again!
I was trying to whisper.
Unacceptable. As big as your lips are, you're going to try to whisper? Really? Anyway, what was I even saying? Pretty much, I was getting charged half the bills. And, the part that really pissed me off is, like, I've known her for years. The struggles we both talked about, like, when we were both living under someone else's roof, how mistreated we were getting, everything. So I'm thinking, we come together, everything's going to be perfect. Like, if it was vice versa, I wouldn't have done that to her. I would not have. So everybody like, no, don't pay her, blah, blah, blah. And I was just like, I'm a man of my word. I'm going to just give her money and get my stuff and leave. Of course, I know a lot of you are going to disagree because I didn't live there. And, like, if it went anywhere, I would have won, definitely. Like, I wanted to blast her because we met up and talked about it. And she, like, if this was a real place, you had to pay all this other stuff. And I'm like, if it was a real place, I would be on the lease. I would have a key. I would live there if it was a. Ooh, I hate when it does that. If it was a real place, I would be there. So like, don't try to play me. Like I watched Judge Judy, I watched Judge Mathis, and I'm not stupid. Educated, went to school. You're not gonna try to tell me, oh, if this was a real place, you would have to. No, not at all. Not to mention, you already knew what was going on. When we were talking about the situation, and you asked me where was I staying, I said my grandparents' house. So it wasn't like I'm telling her, "Oh, I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be over there. I'm gonna be over there," and I never showed up. Wasn't the case. She knew I wasn't gonna be over there. So it's depressing. I was saddened by it, but I'm like, that's life. The best people get screwed over the worst, and I felt that was really, really screwed up. And I told her, I was like, I really think you're taking advantage of me, blah blah blah, in a calm, nice tone, but I'm gonna give you your money. I hope it's worth it. I do believe in karma, and I know, I pay my tithes and offering. I believe in God. I know He got me, but just to think that, the lengths that people will go through because they're stingy or they're selfish is messed up. I would never charge somebody half, let alone probably a third. I'm like, if I'm just holding your stuff and it's not in my room or in my way, give me what you can. I know you're paying a loan, Metro, whatever, the phone bills. I know you got all this other stuff to deal with. So, if I was there, wouldn't have a problem with managing the output. I just got hit hard. Like, I wouldn't have talked to the representative telling him I'll make this large amount of payment if I knew she was going to hit me like that. Like, it was just fatal coincidences, just terrible timing. And just a bad day. So that day led to me the next morning. I don't know if when one thing happens. I think things happen in three. So definitely the next day I got hit by a bike. Molly, Sally Mae, don't want to call her. She hit me with her bike. I almost killed her, but I just walked away. And then the next day was the hurricane, and I had to work, and I got sent home. 5-ish going on 6-ish. And everybody knows that 6 going on 7 was when it got really bad. So that sucked. And my umbrella got stolen. So I got charged half for rent. I got hit by a bike. And not even the circulator bike, not the classy, nice, brand new bike. It was a rusty bike. A Squiffer, or I don't know how to pronounce it. And then I had to work during the hurricane. And go home in it. God made a way for me to, get out of all three of those situations, but got people taking money. I got bike tires on my pants. I got tree branches in my tracks. And my invisible hardwood shirt. That's what I have the hat on. I have tree branches and pebbles and turtles and spiders just living in my hair right now from the hurricane. Just everywhere. It's a mess. Why does it do that? Just why? Can't you? Doesn't it see me on the screen? This is a pretty long video. I think I'm just going to stop talking and upload it. Enjoy. Wait, am I finished?